The most delicious chocolate in the world. It's creamy, it's dreamy, and my goodness, it is better for you. Andrew, people still cannot believe that such a chocolate exists that can be so heart healthy.
No, even friends of mine who try it, they just don't believe it until they try it. That the ingredient that lowers cholesterol actually behaves, on one hand, it behaves like milk fat. So the reason why milk chocolate is so much creamier than dark chocolate is because of milk fat. But the ingredient in our product that lowers cholesterol, these plant sterol esters, they behave just like milk fat.
Right.
And it's a miraculous thing. So it imparts this creaminess to dark chocolate. So it retains the richness without the bitterness, but it also lowers cholesterol, and not a little. If it's oatmeal or something like that, you might think, wow, I can lower my cholesterol a few percent, which is great. But with ChocoNuvo, you could expect to lower your cholesterol 10, 15%, 20% or more with some intelligent dietary changes along with it. But you really could easily expect, just on its own, a couple of pieces a day with a couple of meals. I like to take one piece with each meal. You could expect a reduction of 10, 15% or more. Very much expected, and you read the reviews, that's what you'll see. So a dramatic opportunity. You could take it with any cholesterol-lowering drug. Never a problem, never an issue. This is entirely natural, so it will help you either get better results from your cholesterol-lowering drug or reduce your need for that drug working with your doctor, which, again, hundreds of reviews not only speak to that, but speak to being able to eliminate that cholesterol-lowering drug.
I wanted to see the pricing for our one day a year today's special. Again, you're getting a sneak peek right now on the Friday night show. If you just want to try it, if you're a chocolate lover and you're just curious as to how delicious this is, try, of course, the 30 servings. We have a 60 serving, a 120. The majority of the already 3,000 sold are 300 servings. Again, it's been a long, hot summer. We've kind of built up our appetite for ChocoNuvo. Normally 300 servings is $259.90. Our price today is $129.90, so you're saving as much as you're spending. Andrew, we could spend the entire presentation talking about the health benefits, cholesterol lowering, but quite frankly, we could spend the entire presentation of how you sourced this, taste tested this, and how you wanted to really find, for the American diet, the ultimate tasting chocolate.
Well, for the American palate, which is quite unique, we don't tend to like bitter dark chocolate.
Right.
We like rich chocolate. We normally just like milk chocolate and white chocolate. So it was difficult to find a dark chocolate that was rich but not bitter.
Right.
And then when we added our special ingredient, it made it creamy like milk chocolate. And probably hundreds of reviews speak specifically to that point and will say, normally, I only like milk chocolate, but for whatever reason, I love this dark chocolate. And just the heart health benefits, and just chocolate in general, dark chocolate, has a long list of benefits because it's one of the richest sources of protective compounds, compounds that support our good health in the entire human diet. Chocolate has long been recognized for that, and science has validated that.
Well, the reality is the reviews don't lie, and with thousands of people over the past few years who've said, okay, I wanted it, I tried it, and now I love it. The only decision you need to make is whether you want to go for 66%, the 74%, or of course the 91%. If you're a hardcore milk chocolate lover, I certainly recommend the 66%. It's my favorite of the three. But Andrew, I do find that from talking to friends and family, the sweet spot does seem to be the 74%.
Yeah, the 74% is by far and away, the most popular flavor of them.
Yes.
And it's just flavor intensity. It's just the concentration of cocoa beans. And the 91%, lots of people are surprised how much they enjoy the 91%, despite it being